6:30, I got an email, and it was my boss inviting me and like my team and stuff to a virtual training thing at 6 to 7 p.m. for tomorrow, which is for Thursday, which now it's Wednesday, so tomorrow. 6 to 7 p.m. Like, what? Yeah, and I'm like, I mean, if I'm gonna have to go, then I should leave early, because like it takes me an hour to get home. So if I have my meeting, like if I leave at 5 o'clock, I might not even make it to the meeting remotely, you know? So yeah. But then today I looked and it said like everybody's optional. So like, what? I don't know. But then I asked the guy who sits next to me if he's going and stuff, and yeah. And then he was like, yeah, I'm going because I want to like ask them questions and see if I can find out information about this. And I was like, okay. It's 8:16 and I just got to work, but honestly, the temperature is pretty nice. So I'm thinking of wearing only one jacket today, which is kind of weird because I haven't done that in a while, since last summer. Okay, I drove to Walmart. So I'm gonna try and shop really quickly. Okay, my hair is a mess right now. Look, I just finished at Walmart. I have 3 minutes left on my 40-minute timer, so I got 23 minutes to go back to work and chill. Yeah. And I didn't vlog that much there because people were staring and I had a heavy load because I bought a pack of soda, but yeah, it's okay. I had my meeting today, 6 to 7 p.m. So apparently the other day my boss went up to like the desk area and I was not there, and then was like, oh, would 6 o'clock training work for you guys? And then the people there were like, sure. Somebody was like, so we can leave early then so we can make it in time. And he was like, yeah. So today I was gonna leave at like 4 o'clock. No, I'm just kidding. 4 o'clock is too early, and then he would have been like staring and judging, and yeah. So then the guy who sits next to me was like, okay, you can probably leave at 4:30 to make it. And I was like, okay. So then at 4:30, then I was like still trying to get stuff done, and I was wrapping things up, and then I went to go wash my hands, and then I came back, and then this IT guy was all like, oh, I saw this email, you need this software, right? And I was like, yeah. And then he called this other guy to come over and help, and yeah. So then that guy came over, and then he had like papers in like a plastic sleeve kind of thing, like the size of like a CD, and then they were both on my computer, and yeah, trying to get this thing on and stuff, and yeah. And then like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I was trying to leave, but I couldn't leave because they had my computer, and I need my computer to get onto this call at 6 o'clock. So I was just like stuck there, just sitting there. Yeah. This other lady's like, aren't we going home early? And I was like, I'm trying, but they're like downloading a software on my computer, so I can't. So yeah, by the time they finished that, it was like 5:07, so then I like had to like run out of there. But I still don't know if I'm gonna make it on time because it takes me like an hour, and the call's at 6, so we will see. The lighting is so bad. Another fun little story. Yesterday morning, I was like getting my earbud in and holding my phone, trying to get like my music on, because if I'm working at my desk on something on my computer, I mean, why not just listen to music, and I get to, yeah, just is a better mood if I have music on. So yeah, so I was doing that, and then the new guy, the chief of operations, something like that, came up to me, and he's like, you graduated from college like what, 2 years ago? And I was like, like roughly, yeah, because it's like 2.5, let's be honest, but yeah. And then he was like, do you know anybody who's looking for a job right now? And I was like, I have one friend I know who, yeah, is looking right now, but like he's not in this exact industry, but he wants to get into this industry. And then he was like, tell them to email me their resume. And I was like, so then after that, then I texted my friend, and then today my friend texted me, and he's like, I emailed the guy at your work, and he told me to schedule an interview, which, like, that's quite fast. Like, I do expect that, though. This company moves really fast with the hiring process. But yeah, that was around lunchish time, and then at like 3 o'clock or so, then the chief of operations guy was talking to my neighbor, and then after that, then he was like, oh, Nikki, by the way, thanks for referring your contact. I think he's coming for an interview on Wednesday. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I don't really know what to say to that, but yeah. So maybe I'll see my friend on Wednesday. Yeah. Hopefully he gets the job, I guess, because, yeah, I don't know. It would be fun, I guess. Cool to work with him again. My friend from college came today, and yeah, for an interview at like 3:10 or so. The chief of my company went up to me, and he's like, your friend is coming today. And I was like, oh yeah, I thought you said 3. And then he was like, oh, it's actually 4. And I was like, okay. And then he was like, if you want to come say hi, I can get you. And I'm like, okay. And the chief was literally sitting on the couch in the lobby. Yeah, and I was like, you're just like sitting here waiting? Like, what? And then he was like, well, I didn't want to walk all the way back over, so yeah. So he was waiting for my friend to come. And then I was just standing around there with him waiting. And yeah, my friend pulled up and parked the car and then walked in and then signed in, and yeah, and then I was like, hi, and then I took the long way to get back to my desk. So I went through like the conference rooms and stuff like that. And yeah, and then of course, just my luck, as I was walking through there, then people in there were talking, and of course I walked by, so then they told me that information there. Yeah. This guy at work who I'm closest with, he calls me like a ninja because I'm seemingly like doing whatever I'm doing, and then I'll like sneak attack and then like come at you and you won't even see it coming, like a ninja. And today that happened because we were looking for like a part, and the people did not give us they gave us technically the right part, but there's 2 different variations under the same part number. So they gave us the correct part number but the wrong like variation, if that makes sense. So they did that, so then we had to go to the warehouse to get the correct variation of the part. And my coworker was like, okay, let's go over there and go get it. And then I'm like, hold on, I have to send this email. And then he was like, what? Why? But yeah, I did email that email. But like, hey, like someone has to take the blame, because like I'm wasting my time now to go get this other variation when this guy could have just done something to make all of this not have had to happen at all. So yeah, there's this email chain that's like 85 emails long, and it's people talking. See, people started the email chain talking about one thing, and then it led off onto a tangent of a different thing, and then people started chiming in about completely different topics, and so there's like 4 or 5 different people all talking about different things, and then everybody's like, I don't know who is talking, I don't know what everybody's talking about, because everybody's talking about a different thing. And now this email chain is still titled the same thing as it started with, and we're on like a completely different topic now, so I'm literally so lost. And then I emailed in a different chain because somebody was talking about a different thing. I asked somebody a question, and then they answered in the 85 email chain saying resending this information. So then this email chain is now getting even longer and stuff. And then I emailed people are now chiming in and stuff and saying, oh, it's not the same. They say it's the same, but it's not the same. And it's just so, this email chain is just getting like long. Now it's at like 87 last I checked. So yeah, and people just keep emailing, and yeah, this whole thing is a mess because people are not putting documentation in correctly and stuff, and everything's done by email, so then everybody is like lost. All 4 of them are being constantly emailed, so like you have to keep up with all the different email chains, and there's like a million different orders that are coming up, but then they're all different apparently, but nobody knows and people are like making orders, but then they're not saying the instructions for the order. So like, how am I supposed to know what you want to do if you just give the order number but you don't tell me any information about it? Like, this is so crazy, such a mess. Like, these people in this side don't know what they want, so it's just like a guessing game, and like you have to ask people every single time that there's a new order to clarify things, but like you shouldn't have to do that. So this is literally driving me crazy because everything is so disorganized, and I am tired of going up to these people and asking them every single time, because it should just be like standardized. Like, they should have a document that says exactly what they want. They shouldn't need me to go up to them every single time. Like, I'm going crazy. Also, my friend who interviewed at the company yesterday got his offer letter, and then he signed it and stuff, and then he's apparently coming to work on Monday. Yeah, that was really fast. And then today, I think my boss and the IT guy were talking about like cleaning his desk and getting it all ready for him for Monday. But my friend does not know that I am going on PTO. Not next week. So I'll be with him for a week. But then the week after that and the week after that, most of the second week after that, I'm going to be on PTO. But I'll tell him when it gets closer. It's okay. He'll be fine.